Poppy's eyes stared at her lunch table. No one. She at least expected to see her two friends from her old middle school to be sitting in front of her. But no, her lunch table was completely bare, excluding her, of course. No one even dared to sit at her table, in fear of being ridiculed by Poppy or their other classmates for sitting next to the devious middle school bully. She then quickly stood up and walked out of the cafeteria, while also watching people out of the corner of her eye flinch as she walks past. She walked to the nearest bathroom to freshen up, and also to calm herself. Her mind drifted off to thinking land while she applied a new set of Bond No. 9 lipstick. But during this meantime, something had dawned on her. She was the problem. She had never really realized how horrible it was to be a horrible person. Poppy was the reason why she scared off her friends. She is the reason why everyone flinches. She was the reason why no one wanted to sit with her. She had to fix this, but it was going to take a very, very, very long time, and it was going to be very hard. Now, Poppy sat in her room trying to think of a plan on how to improve her attitude. But just like the lunch table, her mind was completely bare. Soon, she forced her brain to brainstorm ideas, but she ended up brainstorming lame ideas. Well, at least to her. How about therapy? A therapist could help with my feelings, and it would be nice laying on the couch for an hour. Nah, I hate being super sappy. It would be such a waste of my money and my time. Maybe do some charity work. No, too much work. And I think that is too much niceness for my first time. No, not that one. Ew, that one is so gross. That one is just too embarrassing. Wait, that one could actually work. Giving out flowers. It is such a simple gesture for my first time, and it could light someone's day up. Wow, I am so nice for considering other people's feelings. She soon went to sleep, dreaming of her new plan. Poppy stumbled out of her mansion of a house. She had woken up from her beauty sleep extra early to start her new plan as quickly as she could. She was able to find a local flower shop after searching up flower shop in Google. Turns out it was 6 miles away, even though she doesn't remember ever seeing it when she drove to school. Poppy walked into the flower shop and instantly started to look around. She picked out any flower, not caring if it smelled bad or not, as long as it looked pretty. After she gathered all the pretty flowers, she had to pay for them all too. She walked up to the checkout counter and then paid for all the flowers, noticing that she racked up quite the bill. She walked out of the dainty flower shop. Now that she had her saving grace, she could finally put her plan into motion. However, she would do this after a nap, so she could get more beauty sleep. Waking up early really wasn't worth it, especially since she ended up postponing the plan anyways. Giving out flowers was definitely the right way to go. It was so easy to hand them out because everyone appreciated a nice flower. She would either get a thank you, or she would talk to the person for a little bit as she handed out other flowers to people walking by. She was glad she chose to hand out the flowers in town instead of her neighborhood. She just stood on the sidewalk handing to whoever walked by. Poppy was about to hand out her favorite flower, a yellow lily, to two girls walking side by side. But one girl pushed Poppy's hand away from her. "Get that away from me." "What?" "That yellow flower thing." "Do you not want it? Are you allergic? Do you hate the smell?" "No, it just wouldn't match my outfit. Right, Petunia?" the one and obvious leader of the two questioned. "Right, Peach? It just wouldn't match, at all. How about a pink flower?" "Well, I'm kind of out of all my pink flowers." Poppy was lying to them. She had some in her bag, but she refused to give them out to the two rats with overly applied makeup. Whatever. We didn't even like your flowers anyways." "Yeah." Then the two flicked their hair on Poppy's face and walked away angry. It looked as if she was a teapot. Poppy's face was completely red, and if you could see steaming coming out of her ears, you would. But she just counted to 10 and started to walk back to her house, thinking to herself that she would start again tomorrow. Poppy decided the next day that she would try to give out flowers. Handing out flowers was going great. She would get a thank you and maybe even talk to people a little. Nothing could possibly go wrong. At least, she thought nothing would. She was about to hand out her second favorite flower, Magnolia, to an old man. But the flower in her hand and the bag full of flowers was snatched away from her. Her attitude quickly turned equivalent to the attitude of a demon as she saw a person in all black running away with her flowers. Then she booked her butt after the person, practically having fire in her eyes and a sharp, creepy smile. She then yelled, "Get back here!" The person in black was so startled that they tripped over their feet. "I've got you!" She tackled the person as soon as they attempted to get back up. "Give me back my flowers, you." "Iris?" "Huh?" "You're from my school." "Oh, I'm so gonna tell on you when I get back." "Whatever." Iris walked away with his hands in his pockets, not really caring that he stole flowers. Poppy wondered one important question. Who even steals free flowers? She decided to give up for today and maybe take a nap, because what she had experienced was absolutely exhausting. Poppy had decided to try again the next day, but she was dreading it a little. She wasn't sure if she would continue this nice gesture if something similar to the last 2 days were to happen. Handing out flowers started out how every other day did. Good. The people would just say thank you, not any small talk today. But she had a feeling that something would happen once again, and she wouldn't even know before it was too late. She was about to give her third favorite flower, lavender, to what seemed to be a super sweaty guy. But instead, his slightly crazed eyes stared at her as he said the words that she hated with her very being.
No.
What?
I said no.
But why? It's a nice flower and you look super anxious. Maybe this lavender will calm you. John just stood there, awkwardly looking at her, and still very sweaty.
Why are you trying to give me a flower? Do you like me or something? You do know I have a wife and she doesn't like other girls flirting with me.
John started to chew his nails as he stared at her, an obvious nervous habit. No, I'm just trying to be nice. So take the dang flower.
No.
Take it.
No, stop being so persistent.
The same thing that happened last time started to arise again, just a little more extreme. Little flames lit up in her eyes, and her creepy smile quickly turned into an angered face. Poppy's voice sounded very demonic as she said her next few words.
I will kill you if you do not take this flower.
Okay.
That's great. She gives him the flower. And he starts walking away quickly. As the weird guy is walking away, she turns around and sees something in the distance. It looks like a seagull? As the thing came closer, she could make out that it was a woman running quickly, but the woman was running right towards her. Oh, God! The woman pushed her to the ground, making her crush the remaining flowers. Poppy could tell. The woman was actually going towards the now running awkward guy. She was thinking, people are such weirdos. She was getting so frustrated, and then and there, she decided to give up. Yup, Poppy May had officially decided to stop giving out flowers so she could avoid these types of situations. Poppy lay in her bed, just contemplating her life. She wanted to learn how to be nice, but she had such a hard time with her first idea that she was considering giving up the whole thing in general. No, she had come all this way and she wasn't going to give up now. All she had to do was figure out another way to go about it. So just like the beginning of all this, she brainstormed different ideas. No, not that one. Ew, that one is so gross. That one is just too embarrassing. Wait, this one might actually work this time. A bakery is perfect. Everyone loves sweets, and it would make everyone so happy. I also wouldn't be too hard to make the bakery since I have enough money. And so, a bakery is what she created. The bakery was soon done and was ready to be opened, and the name was Poppy May's Bakery. She first started off handling most of the orders, since only her mom would help her out. But soon, her bakery started to become more and more popular. And then, employees started to roll in and help her. Even though the bakery was full of employees to handle everything, she continued to help make the desserts. A bakery was definitely the best decision she ever made since she gained money, knowledge, and even was able to give away some of her money to charity. Poppy felt so accomplished and happy. One thing she got from all of this was kindness. She had finally learned how to be a good person. And in turn, she would teach other mean people to be nice. Of course, Poppy still continued to have similar experiences as the ones she had when she was giving out flowers. But this time, she didn't buckle under pressure. Poppy wasn't alone anymore. She was friends with every employee, and even some customers, so she would always get help from them if she was getting a hard time. And Poppy wouldn't want it any other way.